Understand the worst thing you can do in life is waste your fucking time. You have to understand that you only live once and time is finite and ephemeral and your life will run out. And so we have to truly understand the velocity and comprehend what that actually means. And so most of you guys most likely don't have 100% responsibility over your life in creating it and sustaining it. But understand that even if you are living with your parents, if you are whatever the fuck you're doing in life, you should always be productive, producing and developing yourself to get to that next level. And so we have to truly understand that time is very fucking valuable. And that's why you exchange your time for money at work. This is why you exchange time for the acquisitioning of skills. Skills are valuable. You attain the skill. You now trade the time plus skill, and you are exchanging that for money, essentially. But understand that time is your most valuable asset. The moment you can actually ground in that truth, instead of being afraid that your time is scarce, don't be scarce about it. Your time is abundant. You may live to your 60, 70, maybe 30, but the point is that you are going to be living, and if you are living, why the fuck are you idle? Why the fuck are you laying in bed, scrolling on TikTok? Why the fuck are you hitting the vape, smoking the weed, going to sleep, and repeating it on this endless fucking cycle until you hit the fucking casket? You have to understand that you are either going to choose to produce and be productive, and you will always be higher quality. You have to understand that there's levels, but as long as you are developing and producing, you will get to that next level because you're developing and producing. So it's not about attaining a specific level in a certain time. It's purely about entering that state where you produce the highest version of yourself. You have to understand that your life is art. Your life is a canvas. And if you're going to sit there and stare at a blank fucking page when God has provided you with the materials of fucking brain to get the shit done and to make the most artistic piece of experience, you have to understand that every second you waste of your life, you're never gonna get back. And while you sit there, you jerk off, you watch the porn like you are in a bitch, a pussy, you always neglect the responsibility to actually develop into a better fucking organism, you dumb bitch. So while you sit there and deplete yourself at the highest level by being addicted to all this different shit, while you tether your astral self, you're literally tethering your energy and anchoring it into the depth of the ocean to watch yourself drown as you tie it to yourself. You are tethering yourself to that attachment. You are attached to these things. The reason you're fucked in life, the reason you have zero mental clarity, is because you are tethered to everything that is fucking you up. And so the moment you can look in the mirror and reflect on that piece of shit of a self-destructive organism, a self-destructive, incinerating piece of carcinogen shit, you have to understand that you're sitting there, you're picking up a vape and passively killing yourself. And then when someone tells you that, you have the audacity to laugh at your own self-demolition. You have the audacity to sit there and laugh at you passively killing yourself, like you didn't just hear someone tell you the truth about you, and now you're, passive aggressive, you're insecure. All you have to do is look in the mirror and accept the fact you are a bitch. The moment you accept the fact you are a bitch, you can do some shit to fix some shit. Until then, you will remain a bitch. You will fight with the truth and you will die a bitch. So admit you are a bitch, drop the vape, drop the smoke, drop the drugs, look in the mirror, drop the porn. Every time you beat your dick, zoom out third person and remember that bitch that is sitting there stroking his dick to fucking pixels is going to die a nothing in life, and you are never going to actually use that important energy, that creative essence, to channel that into productivity, producing higher quality internal states. You have to, you're producing a higher quality internal state, and through your internal cultivation, you will naturally manifest and reflect a higher quality existence externally. You have to understand that the highest of quality of personas, the reason they have higher quality existences is because they sit there and they produce an internal state that allows them to concentrate, fixate, and have the willpower to continue this growth at such a high level, you have to understand that the faster you can learn, the faster you can cultivate an internal state that allows you to sit there for hours on end working on the same thing. The faster you're going to get this shit done, and the better it's going to be. The more higher quality the internal state, the more higher quality the external reality. And so most of you guys have this internal state of a bunch of attachments. You are attached to everything: the drink, the pussy, the porn. What the fuck is that bitch in the mirror? You have to truly ask yourself this question, and you have to reflect on it until you come up with the answer that you are a failure. And the moment you find that out, that's where the gold in this shit is. That's where you find out that you can master yourself, you can master the addiction, you can quit, and you can actually start producing a reality that you will actually enjoy, instead of wake up every day in a life you don't want to live. You guys get high, you guys get drunk. If you were already high naturally because your internal cultivation of just massive amounts of productivity, development, producing, and literally, sequencing to that maximum internal fucking capacity of just maximization, you have to understand that if you're not going to produce that, you're going to be less. And if you're less, you're rendered inferior, because superior equals more and better, inferior equals less and worse. And if you're going to choose to be less and worse when there's an internal state within you waiting to be cultivated through the willpower of quitting the addiction, through the willpower of hitting the gym every fucking day, no matter how the fuck you feel, through the willpower of tracking your macros, reading the book, and developing yourself thoroughly and efficiently, and mastering yourself, and then using that self-mastery acquisition to now sequence yourself to a reality mastery where you are now at a different level. You have to understand that this is it's not a game, it's real life. But if you look at it like a game, it won't fucking hurt. And so the goal is to have such an internal fucking state that is so beyond the capacity that you can produce and perform phenomenalities at the highest level, to be a phenomenal individual, to get the shit done at the highest level, to be better than everyone else around you. There is no other way to fucking put this shit but to be better than everyone around you. Everyone wants to do this equilibrium, equality shit, but I want to be better than you. And since my willpower is so fucking dense, it's going to be a destruction if you compete against me, because I'm so fucking competent. For competence, you have to understand that you do that by attaining the victories within yourself, the daily wins of choosing to not feed that addiction, choosing to go to the gym. These are wins that you compound. You catch a trophy that God throws you, and you throw it behind you, and you stack the trophies. And the more bigger the stack of trophies, the higher level you become, the more confident you become, the more better you become, the higher of things you can produce. You have to understand that if you can't quit a fucking addiction, well, you're definitely gonna fail at doing something harder, like hitting the gym every single day and tracking the macros. If you can't simply do little things like stop watching porn every night, well, now we can't give you any harder task because you're failing at the bare minimum. And so the entire goal for you is to outgrow the former version of you. And that is the best way I could put this in the most easiest formulation of words and sentences for you to actually comprehend what the fuck is going on, instead of wasting the one life you get with regret, with drinking, smoking, and depleting and killing yourself passively. Are you going to make the choice to develop and cultivate such an internal state that it reflects into your external reality? Or are you going to neglect the responsibility of life, die with this wasted potential, and potentially on your deathbed, sit there in agony while you regret every negative choice and every negative decision that you decided to choose because you wanted to rebel against yourself? You're not rebelling against God, you're rebelling against yourself. Again, you're not rebelling against God or the universe. God does not give a fuck, the universe does not give a fuck, or it would have broken the sky to save your bitch ass from life. Understand that you are rebelling against your best interest, you dumb bitch. So understand that if you want a better life, well, you're gonna have to stop rebelling against yourself. Drop the fucking drugs, drop the fucking alcohol, look in the mirror, confront the bitch, and pursue your fucking development until you cultivate such an internal state that the beauty of what the fuck you had to induce into yourself reflects externally. Peace!